If I could go back in time, I'd tell my past self it wasn't okay to leave Jawn stranded at a gas station in the middle of the night no matter how disrespectful she was. Or would I? Trashterpiece Theater presents, yo, you gotta get the fuck out of my car with that bullshit you drawing ass Jawn. The year was Rockaware jeans and powder blue Sean John velours. Usher had thugs and thug-adjacent Philly boys in our fields having philosophical conversations. I mean, I might let it burn with a Jawn, but I ain't confessing shit to her. Yeah, true, same. Yup, fuck that. That's snitching. I was still community peen, handing out the D to Jawns like trick-or-treat candy, but I was getting tired of the club scene. It was the same thing over and over again. Well, that and we kept getting into fights, and by we, I mean my niggas. One of the last straws was the time we were in the La Mirage. Yes, I know, redundant ass name. And one of the homies got into a fight at the front of the spot. I was in the middle trying to make my way to the front and Bruce was all the way in the back. I yelled back to Bruce and Rome to let them know what was going on so they could make their way up front. By the time I got to the front through the crowd, the fight was over. The homies mopped up everybody involved. I turned back to tell Bruce it was over to see a sea of people laid out on the ground. Bruce couldn't get through the crowd, so he started knocking innocent people the fuck out so he could get over them. I told them niggas to move. They didn't. I felt like I was going out way too much. So instead of going out 3 nights a week, I decided to fall all the way back and only go out twice a week. On the newfound free day, I decided I'd use that time to meet women in a holistic and nurturing setting so the foundation would be right if things got serious. I only knew of one such place to find women like that.
You've got mail.
So I'm talking to this bad Jawn named Anitra. She said she was 24 and a vice president at some corporate ass spot in suburban Philly. And I remember she was a VP at some corporate ass spot in suburban Philly because she wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. But I ain't care because she had a big booty, the universal antidote for giving a fuck. Her big booty to annoying ratio was just right. I asked her out to dinner to get an up close look at those corporate cakes. I drove out to Bucks County to pick her up and she came out booty looking like 2 Christmas hams fighting for position in some Express jeans. We hugged. And it was strange. It was vacant, like hugging a mannequin or some shit. But we continued on to get dinner anyway, where the convo was dry as fuck. She was really self-absorbed. All she talked about was how she was the youngest VP in her company's history. She was like Ryan from The Office, mixed with Kelly from The Office, mixed with the light-skinned Jawn from Coming to America.
And then I want to try an actress, because people tell me how talented I am. I'm a natural.
But my trash ass just kept thinking about those business buns. But she kept talking and squawking about nothing, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It got to the point where I couldn't wait for the date to be over to take Yappy McLoudjaw the fuck home. Back in the car, she was still finding new and exciting ways to bring up the fact that she was a vice president at some corporation. So I smooth-tuned her the fuck out. I was driving, and she was sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher in the background. Perry, huh? Where are you taking me? Oh, I'm taking you back home. Wait, so I shaved my pussy for no reason? I banged that U-turn fast as fuck to go make quarter explosions at my pop house. We got back to the spot, her booty was looking like 2 IMAX twerking. And it actually felt like that too. She had a big old dense booty. Booty felt like 2 Jan Sports jammed with science textbooks. But I definitely wasn't gonna let that stop me after listening to her yip-yapping all night. So I walked to the condom drawer. As I'm headed back to the bed, she peeped my yearbook on the shelf. Oh, you went to Gratz? Oh, so you really are a dirty little North Philly nigga, huh? What? I thought you was educated. I walked right back to the condom drawer like, get dressed. So we back in the car, and at first she copping please, but then she started to go in. See? That's what's wrong with y'all little ghetto niggas now. You hold on to your hood and don't embrace what you could become. That's how I became a VP at 24. I tuned Jawn smooth the fuck out until I heard her say, my mom is from the ghetto, and she didn't let that stop her from starting our company. Hold the fuck up. You're a vice president at your mama's company? The youngest, and nigga, that don't fucking count. She got big mad and started chirping loud as fuck, but I heard nary a word. I floored it up the boulevard to take her goofy ass back home. After a couple minutes, her phone rang. She answered and started setting up a date with someone else in my car. And she doubled down, started talking shit about me to the nigga on the phone while sitting in my car. I should have ignored it. I should have just chalked it, right? I should have been the mature person. But I wasn't the youngest vice president at a corporation. I was just a dirty little nigga from North Philly, so I pulled the fuck over. I pulled into a gas station. Yo, get out. Get out? Where? Here? Get out of my car. Wait, exit my vehicle. Hold up, withdraw from my whip. I don't think she thought I was serious at first, but I just stared at her. How am I supposed to get home from here? Keep in mind, this was the pre-Uber days. You better get that nigga you was just on the phone with to come pick you up. Petty, yes, I know. Wrong? Probably. In my feels? Absolutely. I pulled off and didn't look back. She got home safely though. It was a safe gas station in the neighborhood. I mean, okay, not like safe, but you know, safe adjacent. I mean, it wasn't that dangerous. She lived. My conscience got the best of me, and I asked my pop if I was wrong, and he told me I was. You know I raised you better than that. Yeah, I mean, I know. But I felt disrespected when she was setting up a date with another guy. In your car? Oh, fuck that. She better tell date-ass dude to come get her ass. Good night, son. She also blew my phone up that week. When I finally answered, she said no one had ever checked her like that and it turned her on. I dismissed that shit though, which of course didn't stop her. She started leaving me voicemails of her masturbating. And that shit was a turnoff. I'm lying, that shit was hot. God, I love me a sexy ass red flag. I never did see her around Philly again, but I did see her walking through a hotel lobby in Detroit. She was there with hella family for a reunion. We chopped it up for a minute and went our ways before she followed me out into the parking lot and slid me her room key. And the sex was awful. For both of us. We had zero sexual chemistry. Like, none. We looked like two of those inflatable flailing promotional things falling down a flight of stairs. We just couldn't get right. I have no idea what happened to her after that. But in my mind, she married the guy who picked her up at the gas station that night, and I was the reason they got together. So see, my fuck shit caused two people to find love. My trash rebirthed something beautiful and fruitful. I wasn't the trash god. I was more like compost poppy. Thank you so much for watching Trashterpiece Theater. Please like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Also, please consider donating to our Patreon to help the channel grow. Patreon patrons receive additional bonus episodes, so there's that too. This is all possible because of your support. Thank you.